Hi, welcome back. My name is Dinesh Kumar and this channel is exclusively for the MSME, and we are going to cover on the electricity, how to reduce the cost and how do you get the solution with the solar power plant. Now in this video I'm going to answer one of the critical questions, which is how do I reduce my cost of electricity. So what all one can do as an MSME, has an industry, what you can do, we will go through the process. Now let's get into the mind map, and in a structured way we will understand how we can do that. So here we go. So first is, how do someone reduce the cost of electricity or cost of power? There are three ways in which one can be doing. One is that you can conserve energy. This is the primary thing, that energy conservation comes on the top of the list. And after energy conservation, you can look at having a captive power plant, and we look at what is the advantage of having the captive power plant. Or you could be doing a third party power purchase. So we'll also look at why and how and when you need to be looking at the third party open access power purchase. So now getting into the energy conservation. So in the energy conservation, what all the things we can do? So we can have two things. One is the thermal utility. So if you are using the thermal utility like what we have here, you could be having a boilers. So optimize the boilers in terms of how do you conserve the electricity there, energy there. And if you're using a stream systems, then the stream, how you can optimize that. So each one is a separate subject altogether. In the going forward videos we'll be covering all of this as a step by step. So right now we'll just understand saying that if you have any of this, or you have a furnaces, or you have the waste heat recovery, what you can do and conserve the energy. Now this is as far as the thermal is concerned. Now when it is coming to the electricity utilities, so you could be doing many things in the electricity utilities. One is that you can look at optimizing the lighting. So you could replace your lighting with a high, energy efficiency LED bulbs, and you could be also optimizing on automatically switching on the lights when it is required. Otherwise, unnecessarily you don't have to waste the energy. So these are all very, very important. And if this might look very, very small action, but this small action will compound and it can really save the higher. First we are trying to conserve the energy and the DG set. So what we can do with the DG sets? If you have the DG sets, you can optimize usage, or you can have a solar energy on your rooftop solar power plant, and you can integrate that with the DG set, and you can synchronize so that your consumption of the fuel for the DG can be reduced. Thereby you save, and by which indirectly your cost of electricity can come down. If you have a refrigeration plants where it is a huge power intensive plants, if you are into cold storage or any of those kind of a model, so this is something that we need to be looking at first, how we can increase the efficiency or conserve the energy. Then if you are into the HVAC, or you are into the electricity distribution systems, or you are using the motors, or you're using the drives, or you're using the fans, or you're using the blowers, or you're using the pumps, or you're using the compressors, or you're using the chillers. So any of this, right, each one, as I told, is a different topic altogether. We will go deep as we go further, but in this video we are looking at it is how one need to get an idea saying that yes, you need to be working on each and every aspect of how you can conserve the energy. So this is a part of how one should conserve the energy. So once you have conserved the energy, and the next is, there is a cost of electricity which you are paying. First we are saying that reduce your consumption. Second, what we are saying is that you reduce the cost of your procurement of the electricity itself, right? So we can do that by having a captive power plant. Captive power plant means that you are owning a power plant, you produce for yourself and you consume for yourself. Is a captive power plant. Okay, so you can have the captive power plants, and advantages of having a captive power plants will be that if you are profitable, your industry, your factory is profitable as an MSME, and you are paying an income tax, let's say about 1 crore or plus income tax, or even a 60-50 lakhs of income tax, you can offset that by using the accelerated depreciation. That is a benefit you have, which by putting your own plant you can offset that. Second benefit what you can have is you can have an equity payback of 5 to 7 years depending upon what's your cost of electricity and how much capacity of the solar system one can have. Depending upon that, this will be the equity. So what is equity payback we are talking about? So when you have to start a project, right, you need to have a 25% equity which you'll put in. Maybe then you have bank loans or other finances coming in for the 75%. That 25% what you put in, typically you can recover it by 5 to 7 years after paying, as you pay the loan. You can also recover your own equity investment. That's what we are calling it as 5 to 7 years. Typically you can have anything between that. And the leverage cost of energy. It means that if I have to calculate the energy of the solar and calculate for about 25 years, the cost of the leverage cost is very, very, very low. Okay, it can go as low as 1.5 rupees. That's amazing, right? So once you have this, in one side that you are fixing the cost of your electricity at so and so. After about 5-7 years, once you have recovered your equity, that's a magic. Then you will be very, very competitive in your field as you look at yourself for next 5-10 years for your company, and this is something which would greatly benefit. And own your own plant, and you are putting a land-based projects. As I said that we do have the solar developers who can develop on the land, and you can pay by EMIs, and you can own the plant along with the land. That's amazing. That's where the industry is also moving towards. Or you can have a rooftop solar on your sheets if there is enough capacity and your consumption is huge. That can be ultimate because you save many of other charges. Like I'll come to those charges in the next video, because it itself needs a complete explanation as to what is the reading charge, transmission cost, open access charges, the various things one need to understand what all one will get into. And the good news is you are expert in your field, whatever you do. Maybe you are into the paper industry, maybe you are into the refrigerating industry, or you can be in the cold storage industry, or you could be in the engineering industry. You can be producing the auto components. So whatever is yours, that's your expertise. So here you don't have to worry about you being an expert, because there are companies who have expertise. Their expert is to put up this plant. So absolutely you don't have to have that technical knowledge at all for finding a solution for yourself. Just that you need to be looking at the financial model of it. And once the financial model you feel that it's for you, then it's a game. So captive power plant, strongly I would say that if it is possible and all your finances agree, we can work on the model. As you link to us, there will be a link in the description to schedule an appointment with us for about half an hour call. It will be a Zoom call so that you don't have to travel, we don't have to travel. We'll give a free consultancy for you and see what can best work for you. And then we will bring the companies which can deliver the solutions for you. Now, what is a third-party power? Third-party power, or generally it's called as open access, group captive, various models. So what is an open access? Open access is that somebody has already put a plant and you enter into a contract with that company saying that, okay, look, you can supply me power at so and so price, whatever, 3 rupees, 5 rupees, whatever is agreeable. Plus, what will happen is on and above that, you will have various charges which can run up to 2.53 rupees as well, right? So that's an open access model. So that is a group captive model. Group captive model means you will be having a 26% share in that SPV or a special vehicle, a special company formed only for delivering the power. So you'll be part of it, and there you will be group captive. As a group, you are captively consuming that. So you are not reselling anything. You are part of that company and agree to buy the power to the extent as per the contract. You will be doing that. That's a open access one. So what's the advantage in this? The advantage when you go for an open access or a third party is your investment is very, very low. It's a low investment game, and risk is minimum because a company which is actually delivering, right, which company which puts up, it takes care of all the headache, and it's a saving from the day number one. So the question is now, if this is good, then why one need to go for the captive power plant at all, right? That's a logical question you need to have. You need to understand saying that for getting the group captive, there are certain load, the sanctioned load of your factory has to be 1 megawatt and above, all those things are there. But if you don't qualify for that, is it that, you can't say, yeah, there is a solution. That's what exactly we are trying to do in this channel, saying that even if you don't qualify for an open access, there are solutions for you, and we laser focus on the MSME. Of course, we can also provide solutions for other, but our focus will be on the MSME. So if you don't qualify for a third party and if you want to own a captive power plant, and you are looking saying that how you can structure the entire finance and the financial model and the technical solutions for this, reach out to us. There will be a link at the description. You can click on the link and schedule a call, which is absolutely free. There is no charge at all whatsoever. Hope that this video was useful. Keep sharing to various other people in your industry so that they can also get benefit. Thank you, and see you in the next video.